Hi there. Today I'm going to be picking this Assa Desmo. This is a cam lock, so you can see it's kind of a different format here. It's got this cam that fits on the back and basically limits your rotation to one direction and just a short section there. This is intended to lock a cabinet or an arcade machine or something along those lines. So this is a short format Desmo. These come in different formattings, and usually the short formats only have 6 sliders, 3 on each side, but this one has 8, so it's kind of a unique format there. There's been a lot of Desmo videos posted up among people doing lock sport because these used to be kind of hard to find, and then we had a sudden influx where a couple people found some lots available on eBay and bought them and pinned them all up. So there's been a lot of them floating around out there. So just talking a little bit about how this lock works, it's got 2 sidebars, one on each side of the core. They're going to fit kind of right there in the plug, and then they fit in these grooves right here, one on each side. And both sidebars have to be able to fall into the plug in order for the lock to turn. Now, what's preventing those sidebars from falling in, and I'll grab the sidebar right here. So there's your sidebar. So you can see it has this ridge on it. It only fits in one direction, so it fits in here with the ridge on the top. And what that ridge fits into is on the pins here. So here's your pins. This is a slider. No springs in this lock, so it's an unsprung slider. These are only controlled by gravity, and you can see they have a handful of false gates and then a true gate, and the true gate is what interacts with the sidebar and lets it fall in. So you have to, when picking, lift each slider up so that the true gate lines up with the sidebar. The false gates on this actually bite pretty hard. They are the right shape to fit with the sidebar. And so once they get on there, you have to kind of release some tension. And then because these sliders are controlled by gravity, they will fall back down, which is kind of annoying. So that's why this lock is somewhat highly rated. It's a brown belt lock if you follow the Lock Pickers United belt ranking. And again, 4 sliders on each side for this one. The one interesting thing with the sliders is that they don't give fantastic feedback when you're just hitting them, especially when they're set, because when they're set, they kind of just have a little bit of play in them, but they don't really feel like anything. So I actually am picking this by looking down the core like that and seeing where the sliders are. So just to give you an idea of what that's going to look like here. So when these sliders are inside the lock, you can see right there the part that kind of fits right there. Part kind of sticks inside the core, and so that's what I'm looking at when I'm looking visually down the lock. And then I'm going to be taking a flag and basically just getting underneath that little tab there, and then lifting it up, and if I go too high, pushing it back down. So this is how I'm going to be picking the lock. And you go a little cross-eyed looking down there, but it seems like, to me at least, that's the best way to do it. I believe that is everything I wanted to cover before we get to the actual pick and gut. But there you go, Assa Desmo, and let's get this open. Got my Desmo in the vise here. So limited rotation because it's a cam lock, but that's my open right there. I'm going to be partially doing this visually. I've got bright light shining on here that'll help me see the sliders, but I'm going to be looking down, trying to determine kind of where I'm at in here. think that might have been the left side already. Let me see if the right side binds, because if so, then I think I got the left side all right. Yeah, I think it's good. There we go. Right side as well. Not too bad once you kind of know what you're looking for there. So definitely open. Let's go ahead and get this gutted here. Relock it. To make sure I'm keeping it in the frame here. So I'm going to take the cam off. So there's the cam. You can see the back there, the two sidebars. This is just gonna slide right out here. Okay, I'm gonna take, these sidebars are not coded or unique, so I'm just going to pop them out here. There's my sidebar spring. Other side, sidebar spring. I'm not going to do side and side. Okay, so here's 4. Three. 2. I might get the other side here. 4. 3. 2. I'm going to back this retaining ring up a little bit to get the last pins. Okay. Let's do a close-up of the pins here. You can see very unique design on the pins. The bottom part of the slider there is what you're actually interacting with, or what the key's interacting with. And then the top part, you can see there's one true gate and then a handful of false gates on each one. And so those just fit right in there in the core. And when they're lifted correctly, all the true gates align. I'll show the sidebars a little closer here. So there's the sidebar. So you can see this section right here that sticks out. That's what interacts with the true gate in the pin. So it fits right like that. False gate doesn't go in enough. True gate, it'll fall on all the way. And you gotta get both sides set correctly to get this open. So there you go. Assa Desmo, not too terrible once you kind of know what you're looking for. Again, a little hard to feel what you're doing, so visually it works a little better in my opinion, but definitely tricky to see down there, although the keyway is kind of open, so with a light it's not terrible. All right, there we go. Thanks for watching.